There's no other way to put it, but currently this season, the Charlotte Hornets are not playing up to expectations. No, obviously, Lamelo Ball, their best player, has been out for a lot of the season so far. Rozier is taking a huge step forward. Mark Williams, despite being injured as of late, and hopefully he can come back soon, but honestly, you never know. He was pretty solid so far this year. Obviously, we have stuff with Miles Bridges. Brandon Miller's actually been pretty solid, and Hayward. So, the thing is, though, I actually think this is a solid team. I'm not saying, oh, this is amazing top tier team or anything, but as you can see by today's video title and what you're looking at on screen right now, I decided to put Michael Jordan on today's Charlotte Hornets roster, which is only fitting considering that he used to be the owner of the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously not anymore. Obviously I don't think he would have approved of the Mr. Beast Feastables logo on the roster, but that's the story for another time. Either way, obviously I'm hoping for the best here this season, and hopefully with adding Michael Jordan onto this roster, the Charlotte Hornets can take a huge step forward this season. Let me show you guys the rotation first before we get into things. So here's the line we're going to be rocking with this season. We got Lamelo Ball at the 1, Terry Rozier at the 2, Jordan at the 3, Bridges at the 4, and Mark Williams as our starting center. Then off the bench, we're going to have Gordon Hayward, Brandon Miller, PJ Washington, and Nick Richards. Now, obviously, I think this team's pretty solid, and hopefully the combo of Jordan and Lamelo is obviously more Jordan, but hopefully we can do pretty good. Let's see what our record is. Comment down below what you think the record is going to be for us. And without further ado, let's get into things. I'm going to update you guys with the All-Star break and see how things are going at that point. So I will see you guys shortly. And at this point in the season here, we are now at the All-Star break. And of course, we ended with Michael Jordan on the roster. Obviously, you don't expect any of the other Charlotte Hornets to be on the team, but, it would have been nice maybe with LaMelo. But that you never know. Either way, at this point in the season, we're currently 34-16. A half a game up over the Cleveland Cavaliers at this point. But it's still really anyone's game. I mean, look at the Bucks there. They're the 8th seed somehow. But they're 7.5 games back behind us, which makes no sense. A quick update on the Jordan stats. I have no idea what this other 2 years are, but he's averaging 25, 6-6 so far this year, 2 steals as well. So hopefully he continues to do well in the future for us the rest of the season, and I'll update you guys at the end of the year with all the awards and all that, and hopefully we're still atop the Eastern Conference. I'll see you guys soon. Nikola Jokic is your MVP. We got Victor Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man for the Mavs. That's an interesting one. You got Victor, Defensive Player of the Year, and Jalen Johnson as your most improved. Somehow we don't end up with Jordan on the All-NBA first team. Does make the second team, though. I'll show you guys his stats along with the rest of the team momentarily. Also, shout out Lamelo Ball here for making the All-NBA third team. Good for him. And obviously that's good for us going forward. Let's check out the player stats here, see how things went for the Charlotte Hornets squad. So we, of course, had Michael Jordan. He led the way in scoring for us. He had 26 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. He also had 2 steals a game this year. Good for him. LaMelo was next. He had 21 points, 5 rebounds, I should say, and 9 assists. So, yeah, he doing his thing, too. Terry Rozier had 17 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. So he did pretty well as well. And he obviously solid for the rest of the team. Also, shout out Marco Williams, almost with a double-double. And hopefully he stays healthy in real life. And at this point in the season, we conclude with a 55-27 record, 1 game back behind the Cleveland Cavaliers as the first seed. Now we went 31-11 at home, 24-16 on the road. So it was still a pretty solid season for us. And obviously I hope things turn out well in the playoffs. And obviously Jordan being on the team has definitely turned the season around. That is for sure, as we are now going to be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks in the first round of the playoffs. Let's see how this goes. In game 1, we win. Jordan drops 27 despite Lillard and Giannis combining for 71 points there. We also lose game 2. Jordan drops 33, but we're not enough as Lillard drops 56. Oh my God. We win game 3 though. Giannis has 43. But we were enough. Shot Lamelo Ball for a triple-double. 3-1 lead now. Giannis does good. Jordan and Lamelo Ball are killing it against the Milwaukee Bucks, and we end up beating the Milwaukee Bucks in 5 games. Jordan does 47 in the clinching game, so good for us. So now we're going to be taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Not an easy matchup by any means, but we do win game 1 by a close one, but we end up out on top. In game 2, we're going to take that one as well by a big score difference. Lamelo Ball is 35, 7, and 7 in this one, so he was absolutely killing it. And in game 3, we do lose game 3. Tyrese Maxey leads the way in scoring for the Sixers in this this one, and we also win game 4. Tyrese Maxey again does well for them, and Jordan leads the way in scoring for us, and hopefully we win another one. Nope, we end up losing by 2 in overtime, actually. Tyrese Maxey 38. Joel Embiid has not been like too crazy this series, and we end up losing again. Actually, Joel Embiid, that's a crazy game right there. We're going to need that Jordan Magic in game number 7, and we end up losing in 7 games versus the Philadelphia 76ers. We blew that series. Let me tell you, we blew that series. That's for sure. It's the Nuggets and Hawks in the NBA Finals, and Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks is your Finals MVP. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please share, like, subscribe for future content. Obviously, it's not the result we wanted for the Charlotte Hornets squad with Michael Jordan on the roster, but obviously, they still look pretty good, and going forward, obviously, I hope the Charlotte Hornets figure things out. They have a whole bunch of solid players on the team. Obviously, I think Lamelo is really good. He just needs to stay healthy. That's his biggest issue. Obviously, hopefully Mark Williams figures it out, and yeah, so hopefully the Hornets start doing better in the future, but you never know. Otherwise, Lamelo's probably going to leave. But that's a story for another time. Anyways, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.